think about your first words, and whenever the spirit moves, yeah. If I would typically do so, and I do it only because of the flailing, that it can be too much distraction, or the shaking. Of course, yeah, and I love to play with anything I can. Absolutely. Okay, try it that way, see how it works. Hold on with one hand. Yeah.
So I've written about my own life right now, I'm telling it to you guys, but soon I will be writing about lots of lives and making them up so that you guys can enjoy them.
Just the guys?
Everyone can enjoy them.
Perfect. Do you think you can, will you say that one again? And start with I right now. Because you started with so. Oh, it's okay. I know I'm saying I want you to do the whole thing over again.
Okay, just start from the beginning?
Yeah.
I've written about my own life right now, and I'm telling it to you, people. Soon I will be writing about lots of lives, and I will be sharing it with everyone, which I've made up. So I'm Taylor. I'm a freshman screenwriting major from Torrance, California. And today I'm going to be telling you about my past, present, and future, so you guys can get to know me better.
Just the God.
Just
you. You people.
Yes.
Just you. So say the thesis again, but just with the you.
I'm going to be telling you people, I'm going to be telling you about my past, present, and future, so you can get to know me better. So first I'm going to start with the 4 elements. Is anybody in here twin? No? Okay. Does anybody know a twin? Okay. So even if you don't, I'm a twin. I have a twin sister named Tuesday. She goes to Long Beach State. And before we left, we did everything together. We went to practice.
Before you left.
Left for college.
Perfect.
We went to practice, birthday parties, hung out together all the time. So now this is a big transition for us.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily we're both only about like half an hour to 45 minutes away from home. So we can go home for feeling homesick and watch some rom-coms, whatever we want to do. That's good. So now at LMU, I'm going to restate that I am a screenwriting major. And I'm really interested in the storytelling aspect of film and television. And I'm really interested in digging deeper into that. And here I'm going to try to join clubs that explore that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully I can find a minor because I have a lot of elective credits to fill up. So after LMU, I plan to get a job in television. Probably going to have to start off as an intern, then maybe be a writer's assistant or a production assistant, whatever I can do to get my foot into the door. But the main goal is to become a writer. And I'm open to movies too, because I really like those too. So I'm not going to close any doors. And then, hopefully you guys know me a little better now. But you people, you know me a little better. But I'm going to leave you with this. The best part about writing is that you can always do it. The worst part about writing is that you can always do it. So there's no excuse to quit or just give up. You always have an opportunity and a reason to get back into it. So I've put myself on a pretty difficult path, but I'm going to figure it out because it's what I love to do.
Yay. All right. Let's go back up real quick, Taylor. Thank you so much for playing. When we go do our transitions, the same thing. Before LMU, at LMU, after LMU. However, what do each of those things have in common? Now that I've told you a little bit about what I did before LMU, let me tell you a little bit about what I'm doing at LMU so you can know who I am. Does that make sense? So don't forget that central idea within it. And then why don't you come over here? And I realize we don't have a podium in this classroom, but do you see this stand here? Yeah, that like side table. Perfect. Why don't you come and stand on the side of it? Like right there. Fantastic. And you can hold that paper in your right hand. And then why don't you go ahead and put your left hand on the podium? Yeah, perfect. Can you give me perfect? How do you feel? Do you feel comfortable standing? Like, absolute, great. Mm-hmm. You can stand with a crossed leg for now. Why don't you go ahead and tell us the final main point one more time, right there, from there. And will you give us a transition real quick? Oh, do the transition going into the third main point.
Oh, okay. The after.
Mm-hmm. I just told you.
I just told you about what I'm going to do while I'm here, but let's dig into what I'm going to do after LMU. I'm going to.
So we can.
So you can get to know me better. I plan to get a job in television, and I'm probably going to have to start off as an intern, make my way to be a production assistant or a writer's assistant, whatever gets my foot into the door. But my main goal is to become a writer, and I'm open to working in movies too, because I really like that, but anything that just gets me into that whole field.
Good. How did it feel standing there versus the pyramid for you? When you go back and watch it, you may see if there's a difference because the walking, right? So if you're having a difficult time holding that body because you need to get that energy out, it may be good to start at a position here, and then when you feel a little bit more comfortable, get in there. And I say that even you could start with your introduction, your first main point, and then, Amanda, I feel comfortable. I'm going to go to main point number 2, and then I'm coming back, right? Like, I don't know if I'm moving still, so we'll work on it. But otherwise, thank you.